Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're passionate about growing your own food and want to take your organic garden to the next level, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving deep into one of nature's most powerful, yet often overlooked resources: chicken manure. You might have heard it called black gold, and by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why. We're going to cover everything from the science behind its benefits to the practical, step-by-step methods for using it safely and effectively in your own garden. So, grab a notepad, and let's get started on transforming your soil. First things first, what makes chicken manure so special? Compared to other livestock manures like cow or horse manure, chicken droppings are incredibly nutrient-dense. They have a much higher concentration of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, the NPK you see on fertilizer bags. Nitrogen is crucial for lush, green, leafy growth. Phosphorus is essential for strong root development and beautiful flowers and fruits. And potassium helps with overall plant health and disease resistance. Essentially, it's a perfectly balanced, all-in-one meal for your plants, created completely by nature. But there's a catch, and it's a very important one. You can't just take fresh manure from your coop and throw it on your garden. This brings us to the most critical part of using chicken manure: composting. Fresh or hot, chicken manure is extremely high in ammonia. This high nitrogen content can literally burn the roots of your plants, killing them instead of helping them. The composting process is what tames this powerful fertilizer and makes it safe. During composting, beneficial microbes get to work breaking down the organic matter. This process generates heat, which kills off any harmful pathogens like E. coli or Salmonella that might be present in the fresh droppings. It also stabilizes the nitrogen, converting it from that volatile plant-burning ammonia into a slow-release form that your plants can absorb over time. This means your plants get a steady supply of nutrients right when they need them. So, how do you compost chicken manure properly? It's all about getting the right mix of greens and browns. Your chicken manure, along with any bedding like straw or wood shavings, counts as your green material because it's rich in nitrogen. You'll need to balance this with brown materials, which are rich in carbon. Think dried leaves, shredded cardboard, wood chips, or straw. A good rule of thumb is a ratio of about 1 part green material to 2 or 3 parts brown material by volume. You can do this in a compost pile, a bin, or a tumbler. Layer your greens and browns, add a little water to make the pile damp like a wrung-out sponge, and then turn it regularly, say once a week, to aerate it. This oxygen is vital for the aerobic bacteria that do the hard work of decomposition. You'll know your compost is working when the pile starts to heat up. It can get surprisingly hot, reaching temperatures of 130 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit in the center. This heat is the sign that pathogens are being eliminated and the decomposition process is in full swing. The composting process can take anywhere from a few months to a year, depending on your method, your ratio, and how often you turn it. Your finished compost will be dark, crumbly, and have a rich, earthy smell, no trace of that initial ammonia odor. This finished product is the black gold we've been talking about. It's a nutrient-rich, microbially active soil amendment that will breathe new life into your garden. By the way, if you're finding this information helpful and want to see more content on organic gardening and sustainable living, please take a moment to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. We've got so much more to share with you. Sharing this video with a friend who might be interested would also be amazing. Your support means the world and allows us to keep making content like this. Thank you so much. Now, let's get back to it. Once you have your beautifully finished compost, how do you actually use it in the garden? There are several fantastic ways. The first is as a soil amendment. Before you plant a new bed, you can spread a 1 to 2 inch layer of your composted chicken manure over the surface and gently work it into the top 6 inches of your soil with a garden fork or tiller. This enriches the entire planting area, improves soil structure, increases water retention, and provides a fantastic foundation for your new plants. Your soil will become looser, easier to work with, and better at holding on to moisture, which means you'll need to water less often. Another great method is to use it as a top dressing or side dressing for established plants. Throughout the growing season, your plants, especially heavy feeders like tomatoes, corn, or squash, use up a lot of nutrients from the soil. You can give them a mid-season boost by sprinkling a half-inch layer of your compost around the base of the plants, being careful not to let it touch the stems directly. Then, gently scratch it into the soil surface and water it in. The nutrients will slowly release every time you water, feeding your plants continuously and encouraging vigorous growth and a bountiful harvest. It's like giving your plants a healthy, long-lasting snack. You can also use your composted chicken manure to make a powerful liquid fertilizer, often called compost tea. This is a fantastic way to give your plants a quick, easily absorbable dose of nutrients. To make it, you just fill a burlap sack or an old pillowcase with some finished compost, tie it closed, and steep it in a 5-gallon bucket of water for a day or two. Give it a stir every now and then. The water will turn a dark brown color like tea. You can then dilute this liquid, usually 1 part tea to 10 parts water, and use it to water the roots of your plants or as a foliar spray on their leaves. It's an incredible pick-me-up for plants that look a little stressed or pale. Beyond the NPK values, composted chicken manure does something even more magical for your garden. It builds healthy soil. Unlike synthetic chemical fertilizers that just feed the plant directly, compost feeds the soil. It adds a massive amount of organic matter, which is food for the entire soil food web. The earthworms, beneficial bacteria, and fungi that are the true architects of fertile ground. These microorganisms improve soil structure, creating pathways for air and water. They help unlock nutrients already in the soil, making them available to your plants. A healthy living soil is more resilient to drought, pests, and diseases. So by using chicken manure compost, you're not just fertilizing for this year's crop, you're investing in the long-term health and fertility of your garden for years to come. In summary, chicken manure is an absolute powerhouse for the organic garden, but it must be respected and used correctly. Always, always compost it fully before letting it near your plants. Remember the balance of greens and browns, keep it moist, and turn it regularly. Once it's transformed into that dark, earthy compost, you can use it to enrich your beds, top dress your plants, or brew a nutrient-rich compost tea. By doing this, you're closing a loop on your homestead or in your backyard, turning waste into a valuable resource that builds incredible soil health and helps you grow the most nutritious, delicious food imaginable. It's a cornerstone of regenerative, organic farming. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore the wonders of chicken manure. I hope this video has demystified the process and inspired you to give it a try in your own garden. If you have any questions or your own tips for using chicken manure, please drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you and learning from our community. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Until next time, happy gardening!